Hi, this is Cassandra Laura Gordon, part of the Black Creative Handbook. We're into the process stories, not just the success stories. We want to get you from A to B, be successful with your creativity. And I am here with,
Bad Brown.
okay, Bad Brown, give us a few sentences about yourself. How will you describe yourself to the BCH family?
I am a rapper and just a generally creative person.
Understood. Understood. Okay, so before we get into the world of Bad Brown, we're just going to just pick her brains a bit, pick her brains to figure out who she is. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, quick fire round. Green or red?
Green.
Why?
Money.
Okay, you're on the money trail. I get you. I get you. All right. Do you like to write or to type?
Right.
And why do you like to write?
It's just sentimental reasons, something I've been doing my whole life, and it's just more comfortable, more intimate.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Pizza or spaghetti?
Pizza.
And why?
Um, it's just y- more casual. You can eat it with your hands and it's just easy, I guess.
Okay. Train or bus?
Um, I guess it depends on the quality of the train, but train, yeah.
Okay. And why?
Just a nicer ride, more, I don't know, metropolitan. I don't really know. Just
I
something.
hear you. I hear you. It's just whatever you feel like. Are you
Yeah.
an early person or you're a night owl?
I'm an early person. Like my day job kind of forces me to be an early person.
Okay. And what time do you get up?
5:30 every day.
Cool. One of the 5 a.m. club. I get you. I get you. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you. Do you prefer dinner or breakfast?
I'm a dinner person.
And what's your favorite meal?
Pot pies, like
What's
chicken
that?
pie. It's like a little pie with chicken and gravy and vegetables in it. It's basically a pie but savory.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Well, we are past the quick fire rounds. So let's talk about you and your creativity. So you're all around creative person, but you're a rapper. So I'm just going to give you a head start, right? To think about later. But I do want to hear some bars. That you can't be a rapper and you can't do some. So I'm giving you a head start. I'm going to ask you at some point to do some bars, okay? But
Okay.
tell us why the name Bad Brown. Who gave you that? How did it
Uh,
all start? The genesis of Bad Brown.
okay. So my name, Bad Brown, was actually my dad's nickname growing up in his neighborhood. And I just kind of stole it and made my name. It's been my Instagram name for like years and years and years. And so then when I started rapping, I just used it as my rap name as well.
Okay. And how did you get it into rapping? Like, how does that work?
I actually started rapping, like taking it seriously in 2020. I got into like a toxic abusive relationship with this guy, and he like is the one that kind of taught me how to rap. So then after the relationship ended, I used rap to kind of like heal from that relationship and, you know, just do something creative for myself that would, like help me improve my life.
Wow, interesting. I can't relate. I'm not going to put myself into your shoes, but when I had a really bad breakup, I end up doing comedy. It's not the same thing, but having a creative kind of outlet, is so cathartic at times. So yeah,
Mhm.
I could really appreciate that. Okay. So as I said, I'm a rapper. I'm trying to get in the mind of a rapper. Like, what do you have to learn to be a rapper? Because it seems like every other celebrity is being a rapper. So, what skills do you need and techniques is to be a rapper?
Um, I guess the people around me are just good writers, and you don't really need a whole lot. You just need like the grit and determination to kind of stick with it, be able to write and be able to catch a beat and flow. and just work on it every day, and you're a rapper.
Is it so? I'm not trying to degrade or demean the profession of being a rapper because there's artistry in doing that, but so basically there's like a low barrier to entry, but but what makes you stand out? But what makes a rapper stand out in this day and age when there's you have the internet, you have access to beats and stuff like that?
Yeah. I guess the best rappers stand out for being able to engage really well with their audience. Like whatever you're saying it from your heart and like being able to connect, because yeah, anybody can rap, but is if nobody's listening to your music, then you know, what are you really doing? So yeah, being able to like perform, give a good performance, have like a presence, and like engage with people, tell your story and be authentic and not just like lie or be a phony. Like really authentic stories are really like what stands out to people. And that's what like is gonna make you be able to connect with your fans the best.
Okay. So I'm hearing the grit and the determination and practice every day. So I'm sorry, I'm just telling everyone all your secrets, but how long does that, what is rappers training like? I literally don't know. I don't know about this rap life.
Well, I mean, for me, training is like listening to beats while I'm driving and freestyling in my car a lot, or, doing vocal exercises on YouTube, or, um, yeah, just like listening to beats and writing, even if you don't end up using it for anything, just like the process of getting it out. It might come out good, it might come out trash, but yeah, just you got to keep making songs.
Okay, okay. And do you do any producing or do you have your producing crew?
Right now, I'm like working on a project and I'm getting all my beats from like other people. Like you interviewed Dizzy earlier. I get a lot of my beats from him. There's another artist, NASA. I'm getting a lot of my beats from him. But this year, I do want to learn on how to like make my own beats because I want to try to put at least maybe one of my own beats on my project. I don't know yet, but it's kind of hard, like learning how to like use the using the like the technology, the
Mhm.
interface. It's like so hard. It's like learning Chinese. It's crazy.
Okay, and it's just another language, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah.
so how much details can we know on this podcast about your new project? Like, what is your inspiration? What's the creative process for your new project? Walk us through it.
So it's still in the process of being made, but so far the project is focusing a lot of like on like my upbringing. I'm from South Carolina originally. And both of my grandparents died last year
Oh,
on
so
my dad's side, and like that's like pretty like they had like an integral role in like my childhood growing up in the South. So the album is coming out to be like really nostalgic, and um there's like some anger there, but it's definitely about just like, you know, how much I've grown since I've lived in South Carolina, and like just finding my own sense of agency, and finding my own identity outside of the South. So it's still like holding it special in my heart.
understood. So how do you balance it though? How do you balance the emotion, the creativity, and to produce something tangible?
Uh, I don't know. I just kind of write what sounds good. It really helps having people around me making beats for me that know me so well and can like help me craft a sound that's powerful. You know what I mean? Like balancing emotion, the more emotion you can put into your music, I feel like the better it is to connect with your audience. So you wanna be vulnerable enough that you're engaging with people, but not so vulnerable that you're like hurting yourself in the process. So it's a thin line you have to walk.
Okay, okay. Yeah, to have that balance, not to be too self-indulgent, but you've got to think about your fans and your audience and make sure you produce something good. Okay, okay, that's something to hear about. So what I'm gathering through your creative process is like you start with you write a lot, or do you start with the melody? I don't know. Sometimes with singers, people start with the melody, then they write, or do you just start with the right?
Um, for most of my songs, I start by like just listening to the beat. The beat to me sounds like a writing prompt. Like whatever I hear, like when the beat like comes on, I start like, getting into it, getting into the flow. And then whatever that sound is, that's kind of what the song becomes, you know?
Mm.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, but how do you know when it's right? When it's like editing, like how do you know when it's right?
Um, I definitely record the first version of the song at home and listen to it like a few times, like just driving to work. I'll like listen to myself and I'll like hear like, oh, I don't like the way I pronounce that word, or I don't like the way, I ended my flow on that verse. And I'll kind of like critique it over a couple of days and re-record it. Usually takes like a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks of listening to it before I feel like, okay, like now it sounds how I want it to sound.
No, it's great that you say that, because sometimes people think, oh yeah, just do something one take, put it in the booth and just go, and it's not. It's
Yeah.
people say recording artists.
Yeah.
You're recording until you get it right. So it's very good that you're honest about that
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. Sometimes like for features, like on other people's songs, usually I only really get one shot at it. And sometimes I'll hear myself like mess up and it's just like, oh, I wish I could have done that differently. But it is what it is. But for my own project, I can take as much time as I want with it to get it to where I want it to sound.
Understood. So how does collaborations work as a rapper? Obviously, you get on people's beats, but how do you approach collaborations, or how does collaborations approach you?
Um, well, luckily for me, I'm part of a collective called GWUG, stands for Get What You Give. And it's like a handful of rappers, and they also are producers as well. And we're actually coming out with like a group album together. So every once in a while, they'll hit the group chat and be like, hey, we're meeting up in the studio. So come at this time. And then, they start making beats and we start writing our verses. We go in the studio and record and, get a song done. So that's like one collaboration, like one form of collaboration that I do. But I also like have people collaborate on my songs. So, so for my own project, I got a beat. My producer, NASA, sent me a beat. It was only like a minute long. So I wrote a verse to it. And then I took it to the studio to record. And he sent me the longer version of the beat while I was in the studio. But I had my friend Vigo, who's also in the rap collective with me. He was there. So I had him just like write a verse like on the spot to fill in the rest of the song. And it kind of just happens organically. Like whoever shows up, and whoever can get a verse down gets it down.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I see. Wow, you're so fortunate. So I always feel like being parts of collectives, like how do you be in one? Like, how do you do that? Because sometimes I feel like when people on the come up, or sometimes people can be quite pretentious, like, oh, what's your stuff? Like how did you form part of a collective?
I just like found some really cool people in Baltimore, and like it's just like a friend group.
Mm.
Basically, whenever I decided to start rapping and taking it seriously in 2020, I started asking around, uh, and then somebody referred me to Dizzy. Dizzy started making beats for me, and then I like joined GWUG and met all these other rappers, and everybody is so nice about it. So it wasn't that hard actually. It's just finding friends.
What? So you just put it out there like, hey, I'm into rapping, I want to be part of a collective, and that's it. Okay, I need
Yep.
to do that in London. I want to be part of a crew. I want to be part of a crew. I don't want
Yeah,
to be a
try one.
lonely. No,
Yeah.
I know creatives, but me being a jeweler and an artist, not a music artist, but it's
Yeah, you can make chains for the crew.
about that life. I need to make change for crews. That's what I need to do. That's my initiation process. Make chains, and they're like, oh, just come in. We've got a jeweler. We've got
I
bank.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, understood. Understood. Okay, so I'm really into when artists like yourselves into the creative process, meaning your visuals, because oh my god, like visuals in this day and age, you can't just be talented and just you got, and especially as a female rapper with the aesthetic. I
Mhm.
don't want to insult people, but there seems to be an African American rapper which is very influential throughout the world, but there seems to be this black female rapper starter kit. So how would you describe your aesthetic? And what do you
um,
think about your visuals and your artistry?
yeah, so right now my aesthetic and my brand just kind of fits into my name, just bad brown, being bad. Um, so how I handle myself like on social media, like on Instagram and like all of my visuals as far as like music videos and like photo shoots all kind of fits into that. Like I have to style myself, do my own makeup, do my own hair, do my own nails. Um and like whatever I do has to fit under this like general theme of I'm doing whatever I want. Like it's all about like female agency. So there is like I agree there is kind of like a female rapper starter kit. Like everybody kind of has like a stripper aesthetic or like something like that. Um I think that that's cool. Like I'm a big fan of women, doing whatever they want, but my my brand has to be like really authentic to me. So
Mm,
I don't know if I'm like I can pull off this stripper thing, but I do try to be like, incorporate streetwear and like urban fashion.
okay, understood, understood. I just feel like, and do you, sorry, put it out there, do you have to dance? Because I just feel like when I see male rappers, they just put whatever they want on, a bit of jewelry. They don't have to dance. They don't have to spend all this money wearing what they have to wear. But the women have to dance. They have to rap. They have to
Yeah.
do all this kind of extra admin compared to wow.
I've
So so what do you do? Do you dance as well? Because there's expectations for female rappers to dance too.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not like a professional dancer. I did one music video last year. I was like a video vixen where I had to dance a little bit for K1's music video. And then he's actually doing another video shoot this evening that I'm gonna be in. I'm like an extra for that. And he's actually doing like a whole choreographed like dance number. So, I don't like really know how to dance super well, but if I had to for a video, like I'd figure it out.
I understand. Okay, okay. So how do you, or how involved are you in your music videos? How does that work as independent? Because in my head, yeah, I want to do, all right, in my head, I want to do a music video,
Mhm.
but not with my own music. I just want to do a video. I want to learn because I'm really into like making documentaries. I'm really into filmmaking, but on a budget. Budget. But don't want to look like it's a budget. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I just want to make really cool visuals. Like, and I take a lot of inspiration. I'm starting to take a lot of inspirations from music videos. So I'm asking you, how do you, from concept to finished product, how do you create a music video?
Well, honestly, personally, I kind of suck at coming up with the concepts. I rely a lot on like people who direct the music videos, but usually what what works the best is like something super simple, something that you can knock out like in one day so you don't like have to spend a bunch of money on like locations and doing a bunch of work over the course of you want to get all your filming done in one day. Um make sure your director gets some creative shots, um, and whoever edits it and puts it together, like, put some cool visual effects in there and you got yourself a video. Usually it's like the the videos that are super complicated and have like these weird stories that nobody knows how to follow. Those like they don't do as well as the ones that are just like simple, and clean and straightforward, but like still like engaging, like creatively shot. You know what I mean?
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I need to figure it out. One of my things I want to just do it in my house or do it in my apartment. Like, how do I make a sick video in my? Because sometimes when you're hiring studios, there's time pressures. When I do stuff in my house, you can take your time with it and stuff like that. But it's getting creative, and I'm looking on YouTube, and YouTube is my best friend. So
Yes,
it's
exactly.
on it, man. I'm on it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you don't get involved after when you get the concept from like collaborative with friends. What about the treatment? You know, you said that you're responsible for your own styling. So how do you incorporate that in your videos?
Um, well, so before I shoot a music video, I have to go over the looks with the director. Um, like I'll send him a couple of pictures of, or ideas of like what do you think about this outfit? So like I'm styling myself, but he's kind of choosing the different looks that I'm giving him from different options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, I'll just like style my hair, the outfit, and the colors accordingly. So it's a collaborative process in that regard as well.
Okay, okay, okay. Because I just feel like sometimes in this age, like the visuals, sometimes me personally, I love substance. I love to, just to hear the art or the artistry, but in this day and age of Instagram and life, people just see the visuals, and there's so much weighing on the on the creativity of the female artist, or sometimes the lack of creativity of a female
Mhm.
rap artist. They just want that starter kit. Boobs, belly flat, slim thick, wig, this, that, clout, blah blah blah. Not saying that that's what you are or anything like that. Or go on the shade room, or sleep with a rapper or whatever. If you want to, that's your life. Do that. But that's what I see in these streets, and I'm not trying to brand you as that at all. I'm just my little observation of life. So I always ask you're independent artist, right?
Yes.
How do you survive as an independent artist? What tips can you give people to survive as an independent artist or rapper?
Just don't quit your day job. Have
Okay.
to work and budget and save as much money as you can from your day job to fund your personal endeavors. Just like with starting any business, basically, you have to get your business running and off the ground before you can, rely on it as like a sole form of income.
Okay, okay. Thank you for being honest, because some people on Instagram Live, they'd be like, oh, I don't do anything. I'd work on this full time and stuff like that. But,
Yeah.
especially in the Black communities, a lot of people, you have to self-fund, you have to bootstrap. You don't have mommy and daddy to like, oh, yeah, here's your career, or, stay at my house while you get on your feet. Ha ha ha. You should
Right.
18, you're kicked out the house. So, so you have to do stuff for yourselves and learn how to bootstrap. And I think like with a lot of Black people, not saying, I'm just saying for me, don't know all your social economic background, but you start with little and just create as much as you can. Black people know how to be very creative across the globe. I had a train of thought and I just lost it. Why did I say that? Why did I talk about it's escapes me now, but it was something about you saving up, you doing what you need to do to survive in the game. Yes, I know what I was going to ask you next. The other thing I was going to ask you was about how do you build a fan base? How do you feel? How do you build a loyal following? What do you do?
The best way to like get fans is to just perform shows. Like, yeah, just like do live performances and engage with people. Make sure that they enjoy the show, give them a good experience. And then while you're on stage, give them ways that they can find you online and connect with you online. So give out your Instagram or give out your Apple Music or Spotify or whatever so they can follow you and keep up with anything new that you release. But yeah, and just keep doing shows. People will come. Like that's how I have all my fans now. Anybody who listens to my music now, like, is because I did a show last year.
And what about your online presence? Because you started in 2020 when, a lot of people couldn't do live shows. So how did you increase your following or get your name out there digitally?
Uh, Initially 2020, I started just, yeah, dropping music online. Like the first single that I dropped, it did pretty well just because nobody knew I did music. So just like a lot of my friends were listening to it just because they were curious. And I didn't start, I didn't do my first like open mic until I want to say October 2021, something like that, when things started to open back up. So
Mhm.
yeah, like for me, like, yeah, it was kind of slow trying to build up a fan base during the pandemic and everything. That definitely like slowed things down. Wasn't impossible, but it was kind of hard.
And do you have any merch?
Yes, I do. I have a whole online store on my website, badbrownofficial.com.
So what type of merch do you have? I'm always about that merch life.
Uh-huh. I have hoodies, t-shirts. I have a block him t-shirt for
A block
just,
what, sorry?
it just says block him on the front.
What does that mean? Sorry, I don't understand.
Like, when you don't want him to talk to you anymore, you just block
Block him. Sorry, I said block end. Sorry, block,
him.
block him. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, block him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of my brand. And then I have like hoodies with the single cover for my single Hateful that I wrote about my toxic ex. Um, and I designed that cover myself. I did the photo shoot and everything for it myself. All the merch is designed by me and has like my logo stuff. Everything's branded really well. You should check it out. Cop some.
And do you have merch when you perform?
Yeah, sometimes I wear my merch when I perform. I don't have like my online store is not like it's like when you order it, that's when they print it and like send it out to you. So it's like eco-friendly or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm,
But I don't
mhm.
have like physical things that I can like sell to people at shows,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Understood, understood. Okay. Merch. Oh, I feel like I want to get merch for the podcast. I just feel like I want to get merch. I don't
Yeah,
I should I feel inspired to get the merch.
yeah, yeah. It's not hard
Okay.
to just design something quick.
That's something quick. But orange though, I'm like, would people wear orange? Is that a gender neutral kind of thing? Would men and women wear?
Absolutely. I love orange. I think that'd be hard.
Okay, okay, okay. Your BCH podcast. I never see people. Sorry, this is a bit off topic because you inspired me about merch. I never see people. I see obviously musicians, but unless it's like drink champs or don't know about Joe Budden, but drink champs or something like that. That's yeah, okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to be like you, increase the fan base and get some merch, get some coins as well, some creative coins. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So it just seems like you have a lot of tenacity and determination. So what do you see yourself as success in your field?
Success. Oh, shucks. Whenever I can be rich with no day job. Yeah, I think there's definitely like a lot of different dimensions of success, right? So throughout my career, I'll probably have different moments where I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is it, this is success.
Mm, mm.
But definitely just being able to support myself from music and have not have to worry about being able to pay bills and stuff. Just let the music pay my bills.
Bills, bills, bills. Can you pay my bills? Okay, that's the child song. Okay, great. Okay, cool. Is there anything that I haven't asked you, which I should have, or you want to just put it out there?
Ah, shucks. I can't think of anything.
Okay. And what is the best thing like a fan has said about your work?
Oh, okay. Best thing that a fan has said about my work. Uh, Basically just like after performing Hateful, people just say that it's like a very powerful song. And like they just say that it's like super raw and like really real. That's that's like that feels pretty good when people say stuff like that.
course. Good to, you know, give people their flowers and feel appreciated for what they produce out there. I did warn you at the beginning. I gave you lots of time to think about some bars, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I gave you, so I don't know
I'm
how
ready.
long bars. If you want to do a 16 or an 8, I don't know.
I don't know how to count my bars.
Neither do I. I just hear it, rap battles, or I
I'm
do it
ready.
on like freestyle. So whatever you want to produce.
Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah. The floor is
Okay.
yours.
Okay. Got a big mouth, dress a bitch down, icy bitch cold, body drip gold, crazy bitch bold. Rex can't fold, put the bread up, let it grow mold, do what mama told, new money old. Cuss his ass out, block him. I don't know who the fuck you think you're trying to play, fuck him. Ashy niggas get dismissed quick. Turn your back on his ass, make him feel like a bitch. Make him feel dumb like his brain got a glitch. He a joke, got me dead, let me go and dig a ditch. Put his ass in the ground, now I'm sitting pretty rich. He wanna play games, he done chose the right bitch.
Okay. I felt that in my soul. I felt it. I felt like I knew who you was talking about. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. Okay. Hard. Okay, I get you. I feel it. You know what I think about rappers like yourself who do the flows, you know, you do it quite quick. Like, how do you pronounce your words so clearly? If I tried to, I'll be like tongue-tied, you know? That is a skill. People underestimate. People think anyone can rap, but it's just like, I'll be like, and the flow. So it's just like, there's an artistry with that.
Yeah, a lot of it is just like practice, and then you got to do your vocal exercises, like the, you know, like.
Really?
Yeah, breathing helps a lot. Like knowing when to take your breaths and controlling it helps a lot with being able to get your words out clearly.
I did not know that. Do you think like Little Kim and them lot practice that?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, I hope so. I really hope so.
I didn't know that. I never thought about rappers taking those type of lessons though.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Wow. You think male rappers do that too?
I mean, the ones that are in my collective, they do. I don't know. Hopefully.
I never knew that. Okay, sorry, I know I'm sounding a bit like basic, but I didn't know that. I didn't sing it. I never thought about that. I just feel like maybe because I'm not a rapper, I don't understand all the techniques and what needs to be done and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we're going to put in the show notes how to get with you, but for the auditory listeners out there in those streets, how do we get in contact with you and be a fan?
My Instagram is bad.brown, as BAD period BROWN. And then on Spotify and Apple Music, I'm just Bad Brown. I have like a couple songs on there. And then, yeah, or you can go to my official website, which is www.badbrownofficial.com.
Okay. Right, I'm so excited. But yeah, I feel inspired about merch, about being creative, being independent and growing your fan base, just putting yourself out there and being honest about where you are in your career, you know. I just wish like, you know, we'll do a catch-up reunion. Like, yeah, I'm making money off the merch, off this, living your best life, talking about more videos and stuff like that, you know. No one's going to save you in the most loving way. Like, you have to do it. You just have to grind and shine. And this is what all the podcast is about. It's like it's people who are in a similar position trying to get from A to B. When, you know, you don't have like a trust fund.
No, yeah. When I make it, you can be like my first podcast of I'm successful now, yay.
Yeah.
So we can come back and do a check-in and see how everything's going.
Yeah, and you know, document everything, you know, because I'm very inspired, like he's a very polarizing figure, but like Kanye West, you know, how he like, you know, like that documentary.
Yeah.
Like he just documents everything. So I'm gonna try and do that. Like, you know, me as a jeweler, like I'm okay, but I'm not like Jacob jeweler.
I mean,
but I'm trying to get there. You're
well on your way.
I'm
like
on my way in these jewelry streets, right? You know, I'm just trying to document my journey, you know, bootstrapping my way as a fine jeweler to the top. So yeah, that's where I am at. So yeah, it's very inspiring talking to people like you are just so, on your grind. So thank you for that. Very
Thank you.
grateful
I
for that.
appreciate it.
Cool. So this is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, Bad Brown, for being
Thank you.
bad in the show. Look, I'm so lame, but I don't know. We should edit that out, but I'm not. I'm just leave it in
You
because
should keep it.
I do minimal editing. That's how the podcast rolls, the raw creative process. But yeah, we appreciate you and wish you all the best. So thank you everybody for listening to the Black Creative Handbook, and speak soon.
All right. Thank you.